The Marshmallow Clouds and the Hot Chocolate Rain. In a whimsical corner of the imagination, just beyond the glimmering Rainbow Bridge, there existed a land known to all as Sweet Skies. In Sweet Skies, the clouds were as plump and fluffy as marshmallows, and every now and then, they'd shower the land below with warm, delightful hot chocolate rain. Our story begins in a cozy little town at the heart of Sweet Skies, where the chocolate river flowed with a luscious, velvety smoothness, and the gumdrop mountains shimmered with a sugar-coated glow. The inhabitants of this sugary paradise were the kindest folk you could ever meet, and they lived in houses made of gingerbread and candy canes, with roofs of frosted sugar tiles that glinted under the candy floss sun. In this scrumptious town lived a spirited young girl, Lila, with hair the color of caramel and cheeks dusted with sugar. Lila loved nothing more than to dance in the hot chocolate rain with her adorable pet bun, Mr. Puff. Mr. Puff was a rabbit, round and soft, with fur the color of white chocolate and a tiny, twitching nose. One particular afternoon, as Lila and Mr. Puff were finishing their game of hopscotch on Esmore's sidewalk, the sky above grew darker, and the marshmallow clouds swelled. A gentle murmur of excitement bubbled through the town. It was time for the hot chocolate rain. Lila, with a squeal of delight, gathered her rain gear, a cup-shaped hat, a coat glazed like a donut, and boots sticky with toffee that made each step a melody. She raced to the chocolate river banks, Mr. Puff bouncing gleefully by her side, as the first drops of hot chocolate began to fall. The hot chocolate rain was not like any ordinary rain. It was warm and sweet, a treat falling from the sky. As it fell, it filled the air with the comforting scent of chocolate. Children and adults alike opened their mouths to catch the droplets, savoring the cocoa kiss of each delicious drop. Suddenly, Lila had a delightful idea. Wouldn't it be wonderful, she thought, to share this moment with her friends, the cotton candy birds, who lived high in the sugar-dusted branches of the whipped cream trees? She knew that the birds had never experienced the joy of the hot chocolate rain, as they always stayed nestled among the creamy leaves during the showers. Lila set out on her mission, with Mr. Puff close behind her. They traveled through the gumdrop mountains, their path lit by the glistening of sugar crystals. It wasn't long before they reached the whipped cream trees, their branches billowing softly like dollops of cream. "Come down, dear friends," Lila called to the birds, her voice as sweet as the hot chocolate rain. Hesitant at first, the birds peered curiously down from their lofty perches. Encouraged by Lila's infectious enthusiasm, they fluttered down, their cotton candy feathers merging with the pastel evening sky. With a little giggle, Lila held out her hands, catching the rain and allowing the birds to sip from her palms. Mr. Puff, not to be left out, gently nudged the birds with his nose, nudging them towards the delectable pools of hot chocolate gathering in the leaves. What a sight it was! The cotton candy birds dipped their beaks into the hot chocolate, and where the chocolate touched their feathers, they sparkled with a myriad of colors, like sprinkles on a cake. As the sun set behind the cookie crumble hills, painting the sky in a palette of dessert pinks and oranges, Lila, Mr. Puff, and the cotton candy birds danced and laughed under the marshmallow clouds. The magic of Sweet Skies had brought them all together in a warm, chocolatey embrace. As the rain began to wane, and the marshmallow clouds grew thin, revealing the star-studded licorice night sky. Lila knew it was a moment to cherish. Her heart swelled with happiness, and she made a wish, as was customary in sweet skies after a hot chocolate rain. "I wish," she whispered, a smile touching her lips, "that the world always remembers that simple joys and sharing sweet moments can sprinkle a little magic in our lives." The wish took flight, carried on the whispers of the wind, traveling far and wide, beyond sweet skies, into the hearts of dreaming children everywhere, until one day, perhaps, every child would dance under marshmallow clouds and feel the warm embrace of hot chocolate rain. With the night's arrival, full of quiet whispers and sugar-spun dreams, Lila and Mr. Puff headed home, cozy and content in the knowledge that the simplest things can hold the greatest delights, and that sharing them with friends made every experience truly delectable.